Mia local poultry farm. Now, all of you who ask us, Mia local poultry, can I give you my money? Can I give Mia local poultry farm my money so that they can rear the birds for us and in the end give us profits? Guys, we have had so many of you asking us the same question. If we rear for people chickens and then we give them profits at the end of a month, at the end of 4 months, 3 months, people, we want to tell you that at Mia Local Poultry Farm, we don't rear for anyone chicken. Please, don't be robbed, don't be stolen, don't be scammed over the internet. Mia Local Poultry Farm does not rear for anyone chicken. All the chicken that are Mia Local Poultry Farm, all the chickens that at our farms are Mia, they belong to Mia Local Poultry Farm. Now, before we dive into that conversation, welcome to another exciting episode of The Farm With Us, where we get to answer all your questions right here at our farm. Mia Local Poultry Farm, as usual, is there to answer all the questions that you have regarding local poultry. We always here discussing all the issues regarding local poultry. Those of you who need 1 day old birds, those of you who need 1 day, 1 month, and those chickens are at a point of lay, please just dial 0705 958 172. Now, without wasting a lot of time, we have had so many people calling us, so many people sending us messages, others commenting. We have had our sisters from Bahrain, we love you so much. We have our sisters from Jordan, we have people from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, I think all the UAE, those are countries there, and some from Uganda. Now, if you people remember very well, I think a few years back, for those of you who are in Uganda, you remember there was, I think, a company called Capital Chicken. If you remember the company called Capital Chicken, I don't want to attack any company. The reason I've talked about it is because it's not in existence anymore. Now, those people came up and said, we can rear for you chicken. You give us money, and then every month, I think if you put in like 1 million, every month they give you about 400,000. For the rest of the time, your money is with them. Like I told you, I don't attack any company, but the reason I have talked about that company is because it's not in existence anymore. That's the reason I have mentioned it. There are so many companies, okay? There are so many companies dealing in goats, so many companies dealing in cattle, dealing in chicken, dealing in every kind of livestock, fish, okay? They tell you, you know what, you can give me your money, we rear for you fish, maybe on Lake Victoria in cages. And I myself, I have ever tried it, okay? I'll tell you just a simple story before we go to today's episode. Now, this person comes to us and says he rears fish for people along on Lake Victoria. For those of you guys who are in Entebbe. Now, this person tells us that, you know what, we have to buy the cages. We bought actually 3 cages. We put in fish. Each cage had, I think, about 30,000 fish. And then we fed these fish for, I think, about 9 to 10 months, if I remember very well. It is quite some years now. It's about 6 years back. And then on the date of harvest, because we went and checked the fish, it is true the fish was there. Every time we could go to the lake, the guy was a very nice guy, very wonderful, talking very well. He could take us along the fish, I mean the coast, and then they put us in a small boat. We sail to where the fish were. We even get to touch this fish. You know, it's so fun because there are so many people who are rearing fish, I think, on Lake Victoria. So we were among. Now, guys, to cut the story short, the date that we are supposed to harvest those fish, okay, I think like 1 week before, the guy went and harvested all the fish and sold them. Now, by the time we went there, because he told us that, you know what, next week, please be around. We're going to call people to come and buy these fish. We harvest them at once because they were grown, okay? The guy went the previous week and removed all the fish and sold them and disappeared, okay? Now, we had invested so many millions, okay? If you remember very well, we had invested more than 30 million, okay, in that same project. But then we didn't get anything out of the project. Now, if we relate it to this, many of you send us messages, okay? You tell us you're busy, you're struggling. Yes, everyone is struggling. You're struggling to get some money, and you want me, a local poultry farm, to rear the chickens for you. You give us money, we buy these, we give you these 1-day-old chicks, and then we rear for you at our farm, and then at the end of it all, we give you profits in your money. People, we don't do that. We shall never do that. The only thing me, a local poultry farm, does is to equip you with your knowledge. Even if it's not you, you can send us your farm managers, you can send us your workers or relatives. They come to our farms, we give them this knowledge that is going to help to develop your farm, and then we sell to you the 1-day-old chicks, or if you want those at 1 month, we give you those. We help you to make sure that you have constructed the chicken houses very well and they are up to standard. You people, I always tell you, please don't put yourselves so much on pressure, okay? Some of you come to me, a local poultry farm, you take pictures, whatever use your pictures, we have no idea. But some of you, when you look at these pictures, when you look at these videos, this is why in most cases when we are doing these classroom sessions, okay, even if I'm outside, we usually don't like to show so many things: the chickens, the chicken houses, the tanks, the different developments going on, because we don't want you people to lose hope, okay? You don't need to construct the same chicken house like we have at me, a local poultry farm, okay? You can find our chicken house, maybe we used about 15 million, 20 million, but then even if you have 1 million, it can construct a certain house. This is why I always tell you that if you're going to construct a chicken house, please make sure you construct a chicken house that is up to your standard, up to the, like, construct what you feel you are okay with its budget, okay? Don't construct someone else's dream, because you are not at the same level, okay? At me, a local poultry farm, we could have invested a lot of money in the chicken houses, but it doesn't mean that you cannot get a simple chicken house. I always tell you, please construct the simplest chicken house that can fit in your budget. Construct the simplest chicken house, get the simplest farm that you feel can fit in your budget, and then you'll keep developing this farm until you know that you have the right thing, the right dream. Now, like I told you, some of you come to me, a local poultry farm, you take videos, okay, during the training sessions, you take pictures, you pose with the chickens, which is okay. But I don't want these people to come on internet and then start lying to you sometimes that, you know what, I have a farm, give me money, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, you can invest money in me, and then I will buy these chickens for you. I will, you know, they will even be sending you updates. I'm not attacking anyone, but for those ladies that contacted us, that have been contacting us over the same issue of us rearing for you these birds, please, we don't do that at Mia Local Poultry Farm, okay? I remind you, our phone number is 0705 958 172, okay? I repeat, 0705 958 172, okay? Mia Local Poultry Farm, located in Chenjojo District along Fort Potro Road in a place called Rui Valley. That's where you'll find Mia Local Poultry Farm. No. Now, I think I have answered that question. Okay? The best advice I can give you is, please, even if you are not around, either you can involve your family. Sometimes they tell you it's not good to involve family because when you involve family members, sometimes you may not check them. Okay? They may not give you value for the money that you're paying, okay? And in most cases, there's nothing you're going to do. So if you can get some managers, if you can be recommended, there are those people who are telling us that, can you get for us workers? People, we don't get for you workers, because we go through the same hassles with workers. I don't know whether workers are all the same. I don't know whether they are from the same parents, but what you see happening at the other farm It's what is happening at our farm, and it's what's going to happen to your farm. Now, you need to see how you are going to work with these workers, and they give you the value for the money that you're paying. But like we told you in our sessions when we are training you, we talk about all these things. We tell you how to acquire these workers, how to train these workers, how to make sure these workers will last longer at your farm. Okay? The relationship between you and your worker matters a lot, because these are the people that are going to be handling your money that you have hustled for. Imagine you have invested your 10 million, your 5 million, your 50 million, your 100 million into someone who doesn't care, someone who has nothing to lose, someone who is just there. Even if he wakes up and your livestock is dead, he doesn't care. Even if you fire him, he has nothing to lose. Don't put those people at your farm. Okay? I tell you, everyone who is at your farm, for us we call them farm managers, because they are doing a great job. If someone is not adding value to your farm, please remove them from your farm. Some of you cannot even fire your workers. Okay? Some of you cannot fire your workers. You find a worker has become a problem, is again making other people also become problem because of his influence, and then you are fearing to fire them. I don't know why. Okay? If I have hired you and I'm paying you my money, I expect you to be giving me back what I'm paying for. So if you don't give me the value for the money I'm paying, then there is nothing, there is no business we have with you being at our farm. Okay? The next day you'll be out of my farm, and I will bring in the people that I can train and they get qualified to do the same job. Now, you people, please, I want to remind you, the reason for this session, the reason for this episode was to tell you that at Mia Local Poultry Farm, we don't rear for anyone chickens. Okay? No one should ever take money from you in the name of Mia, saying that we shall rear for you birds. At Mia Local Poultry Farm, we don't, and I'm saying we will never. It's not something we are thinking about. I don't want to lie to you. We are not even thinking about it, and it will never happen at Mia Local Poultry Farm, because there are so many things involved with someone being with your livestock, and you have a lot of expectations, and then he's going through these challenges, and sometimes some of you are so funny people. Okay, sorry to mention that word. You tell him this, is like, I think these guys are stealing me. Why is it that my chicken is the one which has died? Why is it that it's my goat which has died? Why is it not that it's not his that has died? Okay? And you're right sometimes, because if someone is rearing goats, assuming for you, and then maybe he's died, then he can come and say it's yours that died, because he's rearing all of them, you know, in the same flock. Now the same applies to the chicken. Okay? So no one should come and steal your money. I don't want anyone to come and lie to you that at Mia Local Poultry Farm we provide those services. No, we don't rear for anyone. We don't the only thing we do, we stop at brooding up to 1 month. Okay? Now if you call us and say you want 1 month old chicks, of course we shall get them. We put them in a brooder, we brood them up to 1 month and deliver them to your farm, just like we have been doing it. Because you people know the only things we do, we train you, acquire you with knowledge, we sell to you the fertilized eggs, we sell to you the 1 day old chicks and 1 month old chicks, and sometimes we can sell to you the chicken that are point of lay, or the roosters for serving and for human consumption. So guys, I love you so much. Thank you very much for liking Mia Local Poultry Farm. Thank you very much for sending in those comments, sharing with your friends, liking what we do and being there for us. And we promise that we shall always be there for you. Just a simple reminder, any query, any information, any challenge you get facing the local poultry, please send it to us on 0705 958 172. And the last reminder is that Mia Local Poultry Farm, we deal only and only in local chicken. So for those of you who are in let's say layers, broilers, Sasso, we wish you luck. But Mia Local Poultry Farm, I don't expect any questions regarding the broilers, the layers. I only take up questions regarding the local poultry. And some of you sometimes, when we tell you this, still you'll come to our site and start asking me, a local poultry farm, if I cross maybe a sasso with a local, what can I get? Can I get a good breed? People, we deal in only and only local poultry. We love you so much. Have a good evening. Reminding you that the rains have started in Uganda. This is the right time, if you have some land, to make sure that at least you are planting some maize. You people, I always tell you, 70 or 80% of the feeds, of the formula you make to feed your birds, is maize. So if you have any land, let's say up country, if you have it there in the town where you are, if you have any kind of small land that is redundant, please put up some maize, and this will help you to cut down the cost of production or the cost of feeding. And for as long as you bring down the cost of feeding, you guys are going to love farming. You're going to love chicken farming. You're going to love the local chicken, because every week, okay, like I told you, every week we are in happiness, because with the local poultry, I told you, we get our profits every week. Every Monday, I'm reminding you that we always hatch more than 2,000 birds. We hatch between 2,300 to 2,500 one-day-old chicks. Okay, so every Monday, please keep sending in your bookings. Send in your bookings 0705 958 172. Okay, so keep sending in your bookings. Don't get tired to ask us so many questions. Like we told you, if you book the birds, we give you free training. Whether it's going to be online, whether it's going to be through a phone conversation, whether it's going to be you coming to our farm, you'll get access to our farms, get access to see how we brood our birds, because every Monday, like we have told you, we put chickens in the brooder. Every Monday we hatch more than 2,000 chicks, guys. Every week it is happiness at Mia Local Poultry Farm, because every week, like we have been telling you as we farm up with you, that it's every week that we count our profits. I think we are like footballers, you know, when you do local poultry, because every week you balance your books and you know how much money you are getting, and it is just happiness. I love you guys. Please stay locked to me, a local poultry farm. We love you so much. Bye bye.